My name is Andy. How are you? Let's talk about the Tamboran language. Tamboran was spoken by the people of the small kingdom of Tambora on the islands of Sumbawa in eastern Indonesia. What makes it special is that it was not part of the Austronesian language family, even though every neighboring language like Bima and Sumbawa was. So it stood out as the odd one in the region. The problem is we know almost nothing about it. The only record is a short list of about 48 words written down before 1815, published by a British official named Raffles. There are no sentences, no grammar notes, and obviously no audio recordings. From that tiny word list, one linguist, Mark Donohue, argued that it was a Papuan language, the farthest west any such language has ever been found, and might be loosely related to languages near Timor, based mostly on a single word for hand. Another scholar, Hammarström, said the evidence is just too thin to put it in any family at all, so it's safer to call it an isolate, a language with no known relatives. Everyone agrees on one thing: it definitely wasn't Austronesian. Because we only have isolated words, its grammar and sentence structure are gone forever, and any claims about its grammar are educated guesses, not facts. The Tamboran people lived in one of several small kingdoms on Sumbawa around the year 1800. There were maybe 10,000 to 11,000 of them, and they seem to have been a distinct group, different language, probably different origins from their neighbors. They weren't isolated villagers. They ran a busy sea trading kingdom, selling honey, horses, sandalwood, and a red dye wood, or sapanwood, into the wider region. We know about their belongings thanks to archaeology. Starting in 2004, a team led by volcanologist Haraldur Sigurdsson dug up a house buried under about 3 meters of volcanic ash, roughly 25 kilometers from the volcano. Inside were 2 bodies turned to charcoal, and everyday objects such as bronze bowls, pottery, porcelain, iron tools, and glass, all frozen in time, which earned the site the nickname the Pompeii of the East. Some of these objects looked like Vietnamese and Cambodian work, suggesting they traded with mainland Southeast Asia. It should be noted that some news reports incorrectly interpreted these findings as evidence of a linguistic relationship with those regions. In reality, the evidence points only to trade connections and does not indicate language ties. The few survivors eventually blended into the surrounding Bima and Sumbawa populations. Fittingly, in the Bima language, Tambora roughly means gone or to disappear. The 1815 eruption of Mount Tambora was the biggest volcanic eruption in recorded history. After warning rumbles starting in 1812, it exploded violently on the night of April 10, 1815. An eyewitness, the Raja of Sanggar, described columns of fire and the mountain turning into liquid fire. Burning gas clouds, deep ash, and a tsunami wiped out the nearby towns. The mountain lost about a third of its height and left a crater 6 to 7 kilometers wide. The death toll was enormous. Around 10,000 to 11,000 people died directly from the eruption. In the towns of Tambora and Pekat, only 5 or 6 people out of about 12,000 survived. Another 49,000 to 90,000 people died afterward from famine and disease across Sumbawa, Lombok, and Bali. The effects went global. Ash in the atmosphere blocked sunlight and made 1816 the year without a summer, causing crop failures, summer frosts in Europe and America, food riots, and other knock-on disasters. For the Tamboran people and their language, the eruption was the absolute end. One of the very few cases where a language's death can be pinned to basically a single day. In the next part, let's listen to the beautiful sounds of their language. Numbers.
Seena, Kalae, Nih, Kudein, Kutelin, Batain, Kumba, Conejo, Lali, Sarone, Sisarone, Simari,
Vocabulary.
Do, siain, onayit, homori, yelai, moriho, kokore, saingore, saingkome, bulu, sontong, sumore, taintu, maimpo, kiro, ingkong, mangong, kingkong, kongkong, tadung, maing-aing, naino, gonong, ila, kibu, kilaingkong, andik, karaji, siyang, naido, samar, gonore, silam, kijum, makan, hok-hok,